games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up.
Hey there guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a new SBC that has just come out, the Conmebol Libertadores. I don't know how you say it, but it's a South American special tournament cup. I think it's like the South American Cup sort of situation. There's a new SBC out. There's also a flashback Paulinho. This card looks great, but I can't really afford to do him. Would be a really good card to use, but I can't afford him. However, what I can afford is this new SBC. There's a premium gold players pack and is incredibly cheap to do. I've already put the squad together. I'm going to show you guys how I've done it and explain how you can do this for very, very, very cheap. So let's get into it. I'll show you what I have done. So the requirements: you need an Argentinian player, a Brazilian player, and then either a Uruguayan or a Colombian player. Now, you need 5 nationalities as a minimum, 75 chemistry, and a team overall rating of 78. Now here, I have gone slightly overkill on the chemistry. I've also gone overboard on the nationalities. That's purely because of the players I've got in my club. This is what I'm going to be submitting. But you can do it for so much cheaper than this, and I'm going to explain how. So here, all you need to do is, honestly, you just need to throw in whichever players you can get, the cheapest. I would stick with gold players, the cheapest players you can get for the represented, like the needed nationalities. So Argentinian, Brazilian, and then Uruguayan or Colombian. I've had a little look in the market. Uruguayan players seem to be just a tad cheaper. That could fluctuate with the SBC. The longer it's out, the cheaper the players will get, so just bear that in mind. But honestly, all you need to do then is put a bunch of players from one league. The league I've gone with is the Liga Santander. A lot of people predicted that the Liga Santander League SBC was going to come out today. It didn't. And so their prices went from slightly inflated to back to what they were. So pretty much all of these players here that are Liga Santander and from nations that aren't Argentina, Uruguay or Brazil have gone down in price back to their usual price. So they're pretty darn cheap. The only big players in this are the goalkeeper of 80 rating, Fernando at 81, and then Loren at 80. Otherwise, you just average a 78 rated squad. It's pretty straightforward to do. You can see I've got a couple of 75, like a 76, but I've got 77 to 79 as my average players across the board. Makes it incredibly cheap. It's so easy to do. Just make sure that you've got at least 2 nations in the other players. Honestly, worst case scenario, let's say you've got an Argentinian goalkeeper, a Uruguayan centre-back, and then a Brazilian centre-back that have no links to each other at all. Just fill in the other players, all from the same league, with at least 2 nationalities. All you've got to do, it's incredibly straightforward. And the Spanish league's so easy to get a bunch of Spanish players in. You get easy chemistry, and all you need is 1 rogue player. Like, literally, let's have a look at this guy. Saliba, you can pick him up for less than 1,000 coins. Easy. And he's of a rogue nation. Let's have a look at Lebitka. Lebitka, you're looking at about 700 coins most likely. That's a really, really cheap, easy option. Aruju, saying that wrong most likely, literally 800 coins. As you can see, some of these players I've got are untradeable, so my recommendation is do this as cheap as you can with the players in your own club. So use this as a guide in regards to the fact that it's actually incredibly easy to get this done, and it's not hard to get the other nations and stuff in. But do it for as cheap as you can, as easily as you can. But my recommendation, honestly, is 1 league. Just get a whole bunch of players from 1 league. Helps with the chemistry. You could get a couple of strong links in there if some of them are the same nationality. But honestly, the Spanish league I think will be a really good league to do it in. So without further ado, with all that said, we're going to submit this squad, and I'll show you guys the pack as well. It's a premium gold players pack, so I think it's a 25k pack. Gives you 3 rares, 12 golds. The new team of the week has just come out, so I mean, there's like some great players in there, including the likes of Ronaldo and Kane. We're probably not going to get one of those, but regardless, we'll open it up and see what we get, what our luck is from the SBC today. Last time we did this, we didn't get too much crazy from the pack itself. But if we can get something, that'd be nice. It is at least a board, that's something. It is only a board though. It's not a team of the week. It's a Belgian CDM. It's Witsel. I'll take Witsel. That's actually not bad at all. It's an 85 rating. That's pretty darn good. That's easy profit made on that, because that pack obviously cost me nothing because I had all the players in the club. If I was to sell everything, I'm not looking at much more than 12,000 coins there. And I'm pretty sure Witsel goes for, I was going to say, goes for nearly 10. So that's most of the money back. If I was to discard everyone else, I'd get it back. It's worth having a little look at your Argentinians, at your Brazilians when you pack them. You can see they're not expensive. You can pick Centurion up for like 800 coins there, and you're making and that's really straightforward, really easy. So if you just honestly, like I said, pick up the cheapest Brazilians, Argentinians, and either Uruguayans or Colombians. When I looked, it was Colombians that were Uruguayans that were cheaper, but again, just have a little look for yourself and see what works for you, and then just fill a squad around it from all the same league. I promise you it will be crazy cheap. So again, this is more of like a guideline on how to do it. This isn't like, oh, this is the cheapest squad. Use that as a guideline more than anything else. But I promise you this will be a really cheap SBC, and you got a chance to pack yourself something decent. But hopefully this video helped. Of course, if it did, then please do smash a like on the video. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you go follow my Twitch as well, I'd really appreciate it. Link to my Twitch in the description. But above all else, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. Of course, I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you guys soon. All the best. Have a good one.
Let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty Games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty Games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.